How are you doing? I hope you're having a great week. We are having a cold spell here, and I'm just ready for spring. So I went out to the Creative Memories blog and I found the springiest thing I could for us to make tonight. I'm really excited about this layout, and it's so beautiful. You'll have to go out and check it out on the blog. Because it's from the designer Sachio, and she makes such beautiful designs. So tonight I'm going to try and make that design. I'm making this fresh with you tonight. I have not tried this out yet. The blog post just came out today, so we're going to see how this goes and how well I can do tonight with this layout. Let me just make sure I am with you all and on my page. I'm not seeing it, so let me do some little technology things here while we talk. There we go. I see it now. Get this open and so I can see when you guys join. Please say hi. Let me know that you're here. Let me know where you're joining me from. It's always fun to see new people and my previous people. I don't want to call you old people because I don't want to be called old people either. So I want to see all of my new joiners and people who have joined previously. I want to see you all, and please say hi and let me know you're here and how you're doing. I'm going to bend down here for just a second. I just printed this out. All right, here we go. So let's start off tonight with a few announcements. First of all, have you heard about the special going on right now where you can earn free gifts? I just put a little banner up here at the bottom of my screen. Click on that, not click on it, hover over that QR code there, and it's going to take you to my website, and you can check out this promo that's going on. You can earn free gifts, and you remember me talking about it last week. Well, they extended it. So you have until this Friday to earn those free gifts. And they are geared toward card making, but please, we know how to turn things into other things and create and be fun. And so, these free gifts are for everyone. There is a pack of rainbow colored cards. So if you have a lot of bits and pieces left over from previous card kits, these blank cards in rainbow colors are perfect to use up all of those bits and pieces. They are gorgeous colors, and you'll want to go check those out. The other item that you can earn for free is a template, and it does have smaller size shapes on it for you to trace and cut out. Remember a couple weeks ago, we did a project recipe template? Yeah. So this is a stencil project recipe template, and it is meant for smaller pieces, again, to be used for cards or layouts. I saw a beautiful layout today on the Creative Memories advisor page, group page. And so you want to go out and get this template. It is a beautiful template for cards and for layouts. And then the last thing that you can earn for free, gosh, it's just left my brain. Oh, the beautiful stickers. So these are cool and warm, I think is what they call them. I don't remember what they call them. Cool and something. See, every time I do this, I have to just go out. You know how Google is your brain? I just have to go out and look at my website because I want to give you the right names. So the stickers, the names of the stickers are, warm and cool. And it's a light blue, cool color, and a orange and yellow color stickers. Beautiful for cards and beautiful for layouts. And they are smaller sizes. But again, they can go on layouts or cards. So We definitely want to have products that are wanted or used or can be used for layouts and cards. We want scrapbookers and card makers to be able to use all of these free gifts. So be sure and go out to my website. Again, just hover over that URL, QR code, and you will go out to my website and you can check out the products that I just described. Free gifts. And when you spend $75, you get one free gift, $150, you get two, and $225, you get three, and $300, you get four. So depending on how much you spend or how many free gifts you will get, and you get to pick which ones you want. And you can pick two of one. So if you qualify for two free gifts, you can pick two of the cards, the blank card, rainbow cards, or you could pick the beautiful stencil and the cards, or the stickers and the stencil. Is totally up to you what gifts you pick. So be sure and get out to my website by Friday at noon Central Time and place your order. It's a great time to order all of those things that you don't want to run out of, like adhesive, or to order those things like a trimmer or punches that have been on your wish list, because you get this free gift along with those. Hi to Shelly. How are you? So glad to see you. And hi to Janice. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for saying hi. All right. So be sure and go check that out. There we go. All right, let's switch over now. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I have more announcements. So coming up, the next Scrappy Thursday. Did you tune in last couple weeks ago when Elisa did the layout of the waves? Beautiful layout. She did an awesome job. I love the layout she made. And that the next one of those is Scrappy Thursdays is on April 13th at 7 p.m. And if you don't know what Scrappy Thursdays are, I have a team member. Her and I have a Facebook page called Let's Get Scrappy with It. Come join our page. We are doing a Scrappy Thursdays challenge all year long, and we are doing it on the second and the fourth Thursday of every month. The second Thursday of the month, we do a simpler layout, and the fourth Thursday, we do a more complicated layout. So come join us. The next one is April 13th. And Elisa will be kicking us off in April, and she will be announcing the challenge for the month. So come and see what that is. This month it was waves. So if you have not posted your completed layout on our Let's Get Scrappy with It page, do that now. We're almost done with March. This is the 29th. 2 more days and it's April. I can't believe it. So get your waves in. We want you to make some waves, and we want you to post a picture of it in Let's Get Scrappy with It using the hashtag Scrappy Thursdays. And then you will be in the running for one of two $50 shopping sprees that we're giving away at the end of the year. So be sure and check that out. We are having a blast, and you'll get tons of pages made if you make both of those pages with us every month. All right, my next Friday night crop, I had to reschedule last Fridays because I was away. I was in Illinois cropping with a bunch of advisors. We had a blast. I had so much fun. And so I moved that Friday night crop to the 7th of April. And then we will have one the following week as well, the 14th. So we're doing 2 in a row, which I know it just sounds awful, doesn't it, to have to attend 2 Friday night crops in a row? No, doesn't sound awful at all. I can't wait. The first Friday night crop on the 7th, we will be making some sketches from the Creative Memories blog. And the second Friday night crop, the 14th of April, we will be making the sketches that come out with the Creative Memories virtual crop. And I always have so much fun making those sketches, because then when we're done, we can post them to their Facebook group, that virtual crop Facebook group, and try to win some prizes. So fun, fun. All right. I am having a scrapbooking retreat this weekend. I am not able to take any more registrations. We are closed for the weekend, but registration is closed for the weekend. But I am accepting registrations for the May 5th weekend. That is the next one. And the theme is flower power. So I'm going to expect you all to have some beautiful costumes to be wearing during the weekend while we are scrapping and having a good time. So send me your registration for May 5th. And then my next two beginners classes are April 17th and 18th. And we talk about a whole bunch of great stuff in those beginners classes. We take you from the beginning and to the end, and we make a layout together, and we make it simple and easy. And we talk about organizing your stuff, and we talk about your techniques and how you print your pictures and how you crop your pictures. And it is just a very wide variety of topics. I love these classes. They're so much fun, and it's meant for beginners and seasoned scrapbookers. We just have a great conversation and lots of fun. All right. Wow. I think that's it. All right. Let's get to the fun part of making a layout. So let me just switch up my view here so you can see my table. There we go. Perfect. All right. So like I said, I pulled this sketch off of the blog, the Creative Memories blog. Just came out today. Fresh new sketch layout from the blog. And I printed out the instructions, not in a very beautiful way. They're not all laid out well, but I'm going to try and go along with these instructions here. They are all out on the blog. I love that we have step-by-step instructions because I need to have some visuals of what I'm making. And now they used the spring collection that just came out. I do not have that. I have that packed away for my weekend. I'm going to be using that this weekend. So it wasn't something that I could grab really quick. So I am using the lace as one of my papers. And then the great thing about Creative Memories paper packs and collections is they coordinate. So not all of them, they don't all coordinate, and they're not all in the same color scheme, but you can pull out a bunch of different collections and find one that will coordinate with the paper that you're using. And that's what I did. I pulled a paper pack off my shelf that I haven't used yet. So I love that. We're going to use up some of our stash. And it coordinates really well with the lace paper pack. Now, the lace paper pack came from the secret box, the February secret box that came out. That was the first secret box of the year. And I just love this paper pack. It has some beautiful designs and beautiful colors. And so this is the color I'm using tonight. This kind of brownish, reddish, with like a lace, because it's the lace collection. And then I found this neutral gray that's going to go with it. Okay. And then I'm probably going to have to pull some things off my shelf because, like I said, I'm kind of making this one on the fly with you guys. I did not practice beforehand. So, so the spring collection that I was telling you about, that is on the Creative Memories blog. That is what was used for this layout. I'll just show you the picture in the instructions I printed off. Oh, so that's a little corner of it, but it's the Painted Garden paper pack that they used for this collection. So it looks beautiful. So if you have that collection, it goes really well with this layout. And then I also changed something else. I don't have the same punch that they used, so I'm going to use the Damask Flourish punch. I just love the beautiful ornate punch. So, all right, let's get started. Let's see. let's see if I have everything I need. Because like I said, everything is packed away for my weekend, and I didn't unpack from last weekend. So I'm going to be trying to grab some things here probably while we're working. So just bear with me. I will try to make this as simple as possible. Okay. So not only are we going to be using the Damask Flourish punch or whatever border punch you have, you can use for this layout. But we're also going to be using the envelope and bow creator. Remember, I walked you through last week how to use that to make envelopes and bows. Well, this layout, she is using it for her layout. I'm sorry. Yeah, for this layout, for this design, she is using the envelope and bow creator for her scrapbooking layout. Not to make an envelope, not to make a bow. So this is going to be fun. There are many different ways to use our tools. All right. So it says get a piece of paper, tonal paper, as the base of this layout, which is what this one is. This is my base. Okay. And then draw horizontal lines and vertical lines with a pencil at 5, 6, and 7 inches as shown. All right. So bear with me. All my stuff is in my bag. So I don't have my cutting mats here, but I do have this huge cutting mat. So let's just use this one. And she says, draw vertical lines with a pencil at 5-inch, 6-inch, and 7-inch as shown. Okay, well, let's just use my ruler here. Okay. So here's 5-inch, here's 6-inch, here's 7-inch. Okay. She said, just draw a line. So I've got my paper lined up here on my mat so that I can use my lines at top and bottom to make sure my ruler is straight. So I'm just using this blue line here on the mat underneath my paper as my top line. Make sure it's straight, and we'll do the best we can. And my bottom line. So there we go. So I'm just going to make a light line here. And 1 inch over, we're going to do that again. I know. Can you believe she's using a pencil too? These kind of pencils are kind of outdated, aren't they? Well, I had a bunch of them in my office way back from when my girls were in school. And I personally like to use a pencil because then, especially on my calendar, because then I can erase. Because you know I'm going to need to erase. Okay. Use a P. Okay. Draw horizontal and vertical lines. Okay. So I drew my vertical. Now I need to draw my horizontal. I thought it looked like she had lines. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just rotate my paper. We're going to try and make this easier than trying to make it harder than it needs to be, like I usually do. Okay, so again, I'm going to put a mark at 5, 6, and 7. And then just draw a line. Oop. Try not to move my paper. Okay, there we go. So we have horizontal and vertical lines down the center of our paper. Okay. Now we are going to cut 4 mats. See how she's got the mats here to measure 4 by 4 from a piece of dark green tonal paper. So this is where I'm going to have to just kind of grab some cardstock here. What color shall I get to go with this lace? What color should I get to go with the lace? They did dark green. Let's just do this one. We'll just open a pack. How about that? Open in packs using a paper. I love it. This cardstock is called Sequoia. And it is from, I believe, a cardstock buffet or something. It's an exclusive color, not a color that is in our cardstock all the time. All right, so now I need my 12-inch trimmer, and we are going to cut some 4x4s. She did 4x4s. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. There we have 4 mats. Adhere to the page using the 5 and 7. Okay. So we can kind of see down her picture there. She's got them laid out kind of like a window, I guess you would say. 4 squares so that they're falling in these lines that we drew. Right here, 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 and here. Okay. Let's just read on here before I put them down. Adhere to the page using the 5 and 7 pencil lines as the guide. Okay, 5 and 7. Got it. Cut 4 4.5 by 4.5 pieces from the coral flowers and leaves designer paper. Align the left edge of the paper to the 2 1/8 on the punch guide of the envelope and bow creator. Ooh, so we're getting close to doing that. All right, let's put these down. I think we're good to go ahead and put these down, lining them up with the 5 and the 7. This is the 5. I use just, I got 2 in that one. Did I get 2 in this one too? Well, I just cut double of everything, didn't I? I use just a little bit of adhesive in each of the corners. Sometimes I'll put a little dot in the middle. It's plenty, and this is not a heavy cardstock that I'm using here. It is a lighter cardstock, but even if it was heavier, a dot in each corner should be plenty. Our adhesive is strong. All right, now let's get into this next set of instructions. Oh no. Okay. Adhere to the page. All right. Cut 4 4.25 by 4.25 pieces from the coral flowers and leaves designer paper. Align the left edge of the paper to 2 1/8 on the punch guide. Okay. So 4.25 by 4.25. So that is what I'm going to use for. I need another color. Let's go with a brown. I think I should have some of this open high. There we go. All right, so now we need 4.25 by 4.25. make sure I just have one piece this time. Okay, it's just one piece. I doubled it up last time. All right, here's 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. Here's 2. All right, so I have 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. Align the left edge of the paper. So now we're going to use our bow and envelope maker. Align the left edge of the paper to 2 1/8 on the punch guide. So remember last week when we were making our bows, our envelopes, we used this punch guide over here. So they're saying align it at 2 1/8, which would be, here's 2 1/4. So 2 1/8 would be, as 1/8 is right. It's between, let's see, here's 2 1/2. Two 1/4. So it would be this little line right here, 2 1/8. Okay, so we're going to line our paper up the left edge of the paper to 2 1/8 on the punch guide of the envelope and bow card. Oh, and score it. Okay, so we're going to take out our scoring pencil. We're going to align the left edge of our paper at 2 1/8 and score line A and B. So remember, we just are going to take our score down this indent here to score it this way, and then also this way, and then rotate it. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to rotate it over here. Nope, over here to 2 1/8 and do the same thing. We're going to go down here and we're going to go down this way. All right, so you can see that I've got those indents, that scoring in my paper. All right, ooh, I'm excited. What is she going to do? All right, so we did that. We're done with this one. Page 2. Okay, and so then we're going to notch. So she said score line A, D, rotate the paper 108 and align it to an 8, score A and B. Following the diagram on the envelope below, use the notch punch. Yes, so remember last week when we were making our envelope, after we scored, we then punched out these little intersections of our scoring. So she's going to have us do that. So we're going to just line that up. There you go. See that little intersection right here? That's where we're going to put our notch. And this bow and envelope creator, the notch, has a line right here, a bump, a notch right there, and then 2 other guides on the outside to show you where to line your paper up so that you get it right in the middle. So it's an easy little way. There we go. And we're just going to do that on all 4 sides, right? Before I do it, let me cut. Yeah, she did all 4 sides. Okay. There we go. So I think she's going to do that with every piece. I think she wants to do us to do that with every one of these, and they're going to lay on top of here, I believe. Let's just take a closer look here. So I believe she's going to have us do all of them. Okay. Okay. So then the next step, so let me just do one. So then she had us cut 4 pieces from the golden yellow sunshine burst designer paper. So I need another designer paper. Let me grab my Memories to Memoirs paper pack here, which I've now lost in my table. Here it is. Just so I stay with this color family, let me grab one of these. Let's do this textured one right here. There we go. And she's having us cut 4 by 4. I just want to do one of these just so I can get an idea of what we're doing. This is how we learn, right? And it's fun learning together. All right. So then she has us cut 4 pieces of 4 by 4 from the golden yellow sunshine burst designer paper. Align the left edge of the paper at the 2-inch on the punch guide. Repeat the same steps as explained above. Okay, so this one we are doing the same thing. I'm going to get my scoring tool out. And we're lining it up at the 2-inch mark, our left side of our paper at the 2-inch. And we're going to score. Oh, I don't think I got that one very well. There we go. Then we're going to turn it around and do the same thing on the other side. 2-inch. Oh. And we're going to score, and we're going to score. All right. There we go. And follow the same steps. So she's saying to, oh, I need this. We're going to punch these notches again. So line it up with your guides. My fold marks kind of blend in with my pattern here, so there we go. All right. And then adhere the one on top of the other. Oh, okay, so we're making a frame. So we have a layered look here. I think I got off on that. I was off on that one there, but that's fine. It's going to be just fine. Make a little layered thing. So we did the bottom of the layer is 4 1/4 and the top is 4. And then I think we're going to lay these like this on the paper. We're going to do all 4 of those, lay them on these squares. See how she has that in her picture. Lay them on these squares, or maybe, no, I think like this. And then we're going to put white in the center of that. Okay, and then we're going to punch out our border. Okay, so I need white. I'm just going to use the cover page of my paper pack. Handy dandy white piece of cardstock. And that measurement is 3.5 by 3.5. So it's just a photo mat, if you will, with 3 layers, with the notches all the way around. And then, did she put that? And then a white piece of cardstock on top of them, I believe, is how this is happening. Yeah. I'm not quite sure yet how she has these laying on the layout yet. If it's like this. I like this though. It looks like a flower. Hope you guys can see that good. Okay. So now let's move on to the border that goes around it. We're going to punch 4 of the damask flourish borders all the way around. Now, if you haven't used one of our border punches, you're going to line it up with this black line in the front. That's where you start your left side of your paper. They do have a black mark on both sides. So if you're left-handed, you can use one side. If you're right-handed, you could use the other. Or if just however it feels most comfortable to you. Slide your paper in, lining it up with that black line and pushing it back against the back of the punch, back of the tray where that ledge is, so that it is nice and straight. And then make your first punch. And then once you make your first punch, you're going to move your paper over and you're going to line up what you just punched out of your paper with the image that's on the tray here. Okay, and that's how you know where to make your next punch is you line up your image with that image on the tray, making sure your paper's back against the back of the tray on that ledge. Punch again. And you're just going to continue that. Here we go. Now, what we'll need to do is we have a couple different types or styles of border punches. We have the border punches that punch out your border right on the edge of your paper. And then we have punches that are called chains, and they actually punch out a border that is punched completely off of your paper. So it's like a chain. So if you look at these laser cut borders I have, think of it like this. If I have a border punch and I punch it out and it comes completely off my paper, like this laser cut border, that would be a chain. So two different styles of punches, border punches. One that punches on the edge of your paper and then one that punches it completely off your paper. So this one is on the edge. So we're going to trim it at 1 inch is what her layout says. Now I'm using a different border punch. So I'm just going to double check that measurement. Make sure that gives me, see, that's going to cut mine off. Mine is a bigger border than hers, the punch that she used. So I am just going to increase that to 2 inches. No, 1 3/4. 1 3/4 should do it. So that's right about there. I'm going to trim that off. There we go. And that's going to go on my edge. Now I might need to, I think 1 3/4 is too wide. Let me just take this down, and I can do that. I think, where's my line? I'm looking for my line. You know, that first dotted line on your mat is where your blade will cut. So I'm going to take a little bit more off because this is too wide and it's going to cover up my mats. There we go. Still a little too wide. I'm going to have to narrow this down even more. Ooh. Good thing these trimmers can cut narrow pieces. Oh, that moved. I think that should be good. I'm okay to just cover up a little bit of it. Okay. So I need to do that 3 more times. And the next time we'll just trim it off. We'll try and get as close to 1 inch as we can. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. This is a little more longer than I normally go on my Wednesday night lives, but I thought we could do a little more complicated layout together tonight. And like I said, it's out on the blog, so go out to my website. Let me just, the QR code is up in the upper left-hand corner. It says shop now. That is my website. Just click on that and it'll take you out to my website, and there is a link there that says blog. Click on that blog link, and it is the very first blog post on the page when you go out there. So you will see it right away. All right, let's try trimming it this direction. There's my line. Oh, I'm just going to use my guides. You know, I love these guides. They make it so easy for me to see where I'm cutting because it has a black line right down the center. I love it. That is going to help me out tremendously because I can get really close to the edge with that. There we go. All right, there's number 2. It's great to have the tools that you need to make beautiful layouts and to help you cut straight and to help you get very finite cuts on your paper. Okay. One more, ladies. One more. Okay. And so what I'm doing is I am looking at this very last little area here that's punched out, that little curve right there. And I'm getting it just over this first dotted line. You can't see this dotted line too well because my mat is probably due to be turned around and cut in the next position. But that's what I'm lining it up with. And then I'm also going to use my guides again to see where I'm cutting, just to give me that close cut that I need. All right, one more. Just one more. And then I will get the rest of my mats put together and made, and I will post a picture of this out to my Facebook page so you can see, and to my groups. I know there are some people watching me in my groups, and I know there's some people watching me on YouTube. So hello to all of you. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with me. I know we've been here for almost an hour now. Sometimes the layouts take a little bit longer, but I will get this finished page posted out there so you guys can see it, and then also go out to the blog and check that out. She's got really good instructions to follow, so makes it so much fun. All right, just going to check it with my guides. Yeah, looks like we're good. We'll see, that one's even closer. So that one's probably the best one that I did. That's probably as close as I needed to be with the other ones. So let's check it out. All right. I'm going to wait for these because I'm not quite sure how to put those together. I need to go out to the blog and just look at her instructions. Just look at her example, I mean. So, but there is my borders. Now, as you can see, when I'm laying them out, I've kind of got this, these corners, and they're overlapping here. Okay, so what she did was she took her 12-inch trimmer, and she suggests that you cut them on this 45-degree angle so that you can have like a miter cut, and so that they lay nicely together. So let's check that out. Let's try it. And if I mess it up, I will just grab another piece of paper and we will do this again. So what I'm doing is I'm just laying my border right along that 45-degree on the trimmer, with the corner of it right on that line where we're cutting. So let me hold that a little closer. So I'm right on that 45-degree angle, and my corner is right on the line where the blade cuts. So I'm lining it up with that. And I'm going to make that angled cut on each end, just to give it a polished look so that we don't have that overlap in our corners. That looks like a fish that just came off there. All right. And then I'll just flip my paper over and do the same thing on the other end. I'm so happy to see you all out here tonight. Gwendolyn, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for all your comments out in my groups and on my page. I so appreciate that, and liking my posts. Thank you so much for your participation. Oh, whose instructions? Okay, so the instructions I'm following are from the blog. And, I don't think I printed out the cover page because I tried to print out just what I needed. But there is a new blog post that came out today. So it's the very first one when you go out to the blog, and it's by Sachio Omitsu. It's a beautiful layout, and she's using the spring painted flowers collection. So you can't miss it. It's the very first one. I did not have that paper out. It's packed away for my scrapbooking weekend, so I am using other paper tonight. There we go. So we're going to flip it one way, and then turn it over and cut it on the angle the other way. Just like that. So our corners are going to miter together. That's like a woodworking term. But see, we have just the right tools to do that with. I'm going to go from the top down this time. Yeah, that seems to be a little better because this is all cut out very intricately. And so trying to cut the blade up that it's kind of pulling on it. So trying not to rip it, starting at the top and working my way down. There we go. Look how pretty that looks together. Having those right next to each other and not overlapping each other. Overlapping can look pretty too, but for this one, it just made it look cluttered, and you can't see the pattern as well. There we go. Okay, so remember, 45-degree angle, line up your corner with the first dotted line where your blade cuts. That's that first dotted line on your mat. Line up the corner, line it up with this 45-degree line right down the center of your trimmer. Make that cut, flip it over, do the same thing down the angle on the line and make that cut. So it should look like this. And then it fits nicely. Get this out of the way and you can see it better. It fits nicely in the corners. And they're not overlapping like they were when we did not give that angled cut. Very cute. Now, it's going to be cute when I get these on because we're going to have 4 of these, and then she has it kind of like notch, something laying here so that it's laying in the notch. So it looks really cute. I'm going to have to look at her instructions and get that all figured out. And then, like I said, I will put this out on my page and in my groups, and so you guys can see the finished product. All right. Thank you so much for sticking with me for an hour. Hey, Margie, how are you? Oh, thanks for watching for the first time from just in Illinois this past in, oh my gosh, St. Charles. Is that right? I was at an advisor crop, and we had a great time. And we had a little bit of snow. It was a little chilly, but we didn't care because we were inside warm scrapbooking away. So thank you for watching. That's really cool that you're here tonight, and I was just there in your state. All right, guys. So be sure to check out my YouTube channel. I just put that out there here. You can see, let's see if I can point to it right there. See that little banner right there? That QR code is to my YouTube channel. I would love for you to go out there and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have such a great time making videos, and I am planning to do another series. It is on my calendar, so be watching for that. I have several series where we use up a paper pack, where we do 2-page layouts, 1-page layouts. So go check out all of my series that I have out there. And then I also have my weekly Wednesday night lives that are out on YouTube as well. So go check all of those out. All right. I'm really digging this layout. I think it's going to look really pretty. I had a great time making it with you tonight. The envelope and bow creator is back in stock. So that sold out last year, and they just got them back in. So this is a great way to earn that free gift that I was telling you about at the beginning of the video. So go grab one of those because it's got this great little notches. And like we just saw tonight, it's not just for envelopes and bows. We used it for this layout here to create some notches around our paper for our layout. So great little tool. All right. Thank you so much. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'm so happy to answer whatever questions you may have. Just put them in the post, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. All right. Well, have a great rest of your week. I am going to be scrapbooking again this weekend, 2 weekends in a row. Oh my gosh. Those are the best 2 weeks ever, right? And then I will see you all Friday night virtual crop on the 7th. So that's a week from this Friday is April 7th. Can you believe it? Friday night virtual crop. We are going to have so much fun. We haven't seen each other in several weeks, and I can't wait to see everybody and to hear about some vacations that people had. I'm talking to you, Sandy. So I can't wait to see you guys. So thank you so much again, and have a great evening, and happy scrapping.